Welcome back to Pau in the French Pyrenees for round 4 of the 2022 ICF Canoe Slalom World Cup. It's the final session of the World Cup. 2 medals to be awarded in the head-to-head extreme kayak competition, which will make its debut at the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. Certainly, we are in for a treat. And lots of action here. 50 women and 66 men have been narrowed down to the last 16 in each event, and we will join in the quarterfinals. Well, we're here at this great venue in Pau, this artificial white water course that hosted the World Championships in 2017. Regular venue for European and World Cup competition, and it is a hot, hot day here in Pau. The spectators have been hiding in the shade, but they're all out now, ready for the action to get underway. 35 degrees, and well, I have to say, I'm glad I'm in the shade here and able to follow this competition. We have 6 gates. There's 2 upstream gates that the athletes have to do, 4 downstream gates, a roll gate, and it is head-to-head competition here. This is the schedule for the competition. It's the women's quarterfinals, then the men's quarterfinals. We run through the competition, but before we get underway, let's hear a little bit from one of the experts.
Hello, I'm Camille from France, and I'm racing in extreme and slalom. In extreme, there are 2 ways for me to do an upstream. So the first one is when I'm coming first, I'm trying to do a big curve and go deep in the eddy. So even if the others are trying to push me, I can stay first. And the second way, if I'm already a bit late, I'm gonna try to push the others. So I'm gonna pre-turn and try to push their boat with my boat, so I can take the inside of the curve and exit first. So that's just my way, and it doesn't always work. I have to adapt on the moment, but you can use this tip if you like.
Well, here we are, and ready for the women's quarterfinals. It's quite simple. It is head-to-head racing. 4 boats start, and only the top 2 will progress through into the next round. I'm Andy Maddock, and I'm pleased to say alongside me is Etienne Chappell of the British team and multiple medalist in this event. So looking forward to getting your insight as we go through this. But here is the standings after the first 3 races, and it is Fisarova, Fox and Kunle, the top 3, but actually already Fisarova and Kunle eliminated in this competition. So there's going to be some changes after race 4, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty mad to see those 2 out of this, but I'm pretty sure there's still going to be some really competitive racing going on today. So, yeah.
So 4 quarterfinals and only 8 places in that semi-final. That's the lineup, and well, we'll get straight into it. Here we have the start ramp, and how much is it? How important is the start itself?
I'd say it's pretty important. It's nice to be out ahead early so that you can get into the up first and really gauge where the other paddlers are. And I feel like if you can get away and get gone, you can just relax and have a nice easy cruise to the finish. Save a bit of energy for the next round.
Well, let's see. We had Sonja Stanovska there for Slovakia, then Noemi Fox of Australia, who is lying in 2nd in the overall World Cup standings, and it's got to be one of the favourites to progress further in this competition. But nothing can be taken for granted. Then Ida Novak of Slovenia, European Championship bronze medalist from 2022. And then it is another Slovenian, Eva Tersel, world champion in canoe slalom. And well, can she convert that into form in this extreme event? 4 boats racing it in, only 2 places in the semi-final. Stanovska, Fox, Novak and Tersel. We're racing, and it looks like Novak has got away first. It's a good start, certainly for Slovenia. Slovenia 1-2, and Fox in the purple helmet is struggling at the moment, but all can change as they come into the first upstream.
She's made the right choice there, that's for sure. All getting pushed out a little bit there.
Oh, she's been gazumped by Sona Stanovska there for Slovakia. So no doubt about it, it's Novak out front for Slovenia, but Stanovska has made the move, and now Fox, and it's Tersel that's been left out in the cold at the back.
Whoa, no way. Getting caught in the eddy there just a little bit.
All change again, so Fox back in the mix, and that's Noemi Fox, the younger sister of Jess Fox. She's in as well in this competition. Now through the roll zone, they have to do a 360-degree roll, and now into the upstream. They have a choice of which side to go, and Novak, and it's all change again. So it's Slovenia have snatched it again.
Yeah.
So Novak out in front, no doubt about that. And it looks like Tersel snatched it back at the bottom.
Yeah, that was an absolutely great performance. It's the way this sport goes. You pick the wrong upstream sometimes, and it can all run away from you just like that.
Well, we're waiting to find out the confirmation of the result, but it looked like, well, Fox, Noemi Fox was on her back foot from the start, really, and she got right back into the race, but Ava Tersel, she was right out the back after the first upstream gate, but she came right back in. She saw the opportunity, and she didn't let it pass.
Yeah, it really looked like she was going to come back and do something special there, but yeah, the way this sport goes. Everyone's still trying to figure it out, and new things are coming in every day.
Well,
so,
there we have it. It is Ada Novak and Ava Tersel, two Slovenians through to the semi-final, and we say goodbye to Noemi Fox and Sona Stanovska at the quarter-final stage of the competition. Let's watch as we break it down in slow motion.
Just dropping her paddle there at the start, maybe that was a really key factor there.
Oh, Sona Stanovska in the foreground here with the greeny yellow helmet. She really came back into the picture on the exit of these upstream gates, but wasn't able to hold on. Now let's watch this roll gate. What's the big technique for the roll gate?
Mainly just trying to keep the boat nice and straight so that when you come back up, you're not having to do too much to correct that. And just being ready to go straight into the next upstream or towards the next gate, whatever that might be.
So a reminder of the rules, good opportunity just to say the rules, then you're allowed to hit the gates, unlike canoe slalom, but you must only be in contact. Your hands can only touch the gate itself if they are attached to your paddle shaft. So we know our first two semi-finalists, and now we're into the second quarter-final here. And here the French crowd will be pleased. Marjorie Delassou of France in the red helmet, looking very calm.
Yeah, definitely.
Then Kimberly Woods for Great Britain is on the course, a silver medalist from the World Championships a month ago for Great Britain. Then for the People's Republic of China, it is Yahua Yan wearing that blue helmet. And then for Great Britain, Mallory Franklin, European Championships silver medalist from this year. And, well, looking very calm, a little bit apprehensive as well.
Yeah, some absolute powerhouses in there. Let's just see how it goes off the start and hopefully they can hold it in.
Well, we're away, and Franklin gets a good start. Also, Yan of the People's Republic of China gets away, and that's the battle going on at the front.
Yeah, Mallory really trying to use her boat and her weight there to push the Chinese paddler out. So,
well, will Kimberly snatch it? She does! Amazing stuff. Woods for Great Britain gets in and out of the upstream, and she takes the advantage, and it's still Franklin against Yan of the People's Republic of China for that second spot.
Yeah, that was awesome work there by Kim, just using the other paddler's boat to get that grip in the eddy so that she can come out nice and tight and early.
Well, that tussle between Franklin and Yan, it was Franklin that was making progress, but she has missed gate 3 as well as Yan of the People's Republic. So it looks like it is Delassou and Woods who are going to go through, but no one's given up yet. Woods in front with the black helmet. Then Delassou for France with the red helmet. And there's still a battle going on with Franklin, but we shall wait and see who comes out on top.
Yeah, awesome job there. Awesome job.
Well, we'll wait to see, but it looks like Kimberly Woods of Great Britain certainly finished first. And what a move on that first upstream gate. We'll get to see that in the slow-mo shortly, and then we'll get confirmation. But it's just waiting to see which paddlers have been penalised. There was a lot going on round the bend, and the downstream gate 3, I think 2 paddlers missed it.
Yeah, it looked like it. There was a bit of commotion, almost like one of them got stuck in the eddy a tiny bit. But yeah, I think no, it's not quite been confirmed yet. But yeah, awesome racing from everyone there. Really
Right.
textbook moves.
Looking from the body language, it looks like both the British boats are confident that they've gone through, and we'll just wait for confirmation in the graphics. But it is, here it is, Kimberly Woods and Mallory Franklin both through into the semi-finals, and well, the French crowd will be disappointed. Marjorie Delassou and then Yahua Yan are eliminated at this quarter-final stage of the competition.
Yeah, Mallory really had a good start there, pushing that Chinese athlete just out of the way, which is always good. Any time that you can try and get your boat weight pushing someone out into an eddy just to spin them out is an extra person out the race, you know.
Well, Woods got in ahead of Yan of the People's Republic of China, and she never looked back. And you can see that was where the faults were picked up on the downstream gate for Delassou and Yan. But no doubt about it, the winner of this second quarter-final, Kimberly Woods of Great Britain. Here we have the close-up. There was still a battle going on the second of the upstream gates. And, well, Marjorie Delassou did a great move on Mallory Franklin, but the damage was done. She'd already picked up a fault earlier up the course.
It's so hard to counter that when someone's coming in just behind you. When they're pushing in on your boat and they're just pushing you deeper into the eddy, it's just giving you something to grip on to get out nice and tight, and it's something that is only going to grow through the sport, finding out ways to counter that. So really looking forward to seeing that.
Well, head-to-head racing here, and it's a real jeopardy action. You've just got to keep your wits about you throughout in order to make sure that you seize any opportunity that comes up for you. Whatever the plan might be, you've got to be prepared to change it.
100%.
So the third of the 4 quarter-finals here in the Women's Extreme Kayak World Cup. And there for Andorra, Monica Doria Villarubla. Then Victoria Us of Ukraine. Now for Spain, it is Clara Olazabal. And then Ana Satila for Brazil. We've got to favour Ana as being the favourite in this quarter-final, but Extreme is no respecter of status. 4 boats and only 2 will go through into the semi-final. There's the lineup: Doria Villarubla, Us, Olazabal and Satila. Well, it's a good start for Us, but it's an even better start for Clara Olazabal for Spain.
Yeah, she's gone, she's out of the way. Looking like she's picking the up left. It's definitely a more solid eddy on the up left with a bit more flow coming out of it, but...
What a steal, though, for Ana Satila on the far side. But it's this all-go here, isn't it? It's a real cluster. So, coming out of there, it looks like Doria Villarubla is out front for Andorra, then Satila. And the 2 people who've got the best start are right at the back.
Yeah, again, it's just this sport, you know? You go into an upstream, and once you give that person a chance to mess you up, there's not much else you can do about it.
So here's an opportunity. Both the 2 up front are going to battle it out. Here's the opportunity on the far side to snatch it, but they haven't held themselves up, apart from they have changed the order. So Satila, as expected, showing her experience, she goes ahead of Villarubla, and let's see, crossing the line comfortably. We'll just wait for confirmation, but it looks like Satila and Doria Villarubla are through, but we'll have to wait and see. There, Ana Satila, she's made a bit of a name for herself in this competition.
Yeah, for sure. world ranked number 3, you know. It's no mean feat to get that high up in the rankings, so hopefully she can perform well today and add another medal to a trophy case.
Well, there we see Monica Doria Villarubla, who in some ways quietly got on with it. She didn't have the best start, but she got in front, and then here at the bottom of the course.
It's interesting to see them both go into the same upstream. Sometimes you choose to, if you're both out ahead, sometimes you choose to go to opposite sides just so that you can stay out the way and make sure you both qualify. But again, there's always looking for that top pole spot so you can get first pick next round. So
yeah, well, Hannah certainly went into that upstream. She bossed it, and she just said, I'm coming through. I'm not waiting around, and she will be our first qualifier in this third quarter-final and into the semi-final. Just waiting for confirmation of that. And here it is, confirmed. Ana Chatila for Brazil, one of the favourites for sure, the world champion in this event, two-time under-23 world champion as well in this event. Monica Doria Villarubla also through, and it's goodbye at the quarter-final stage to Clara Olazabal of Spain and Victoria Us of Ukraine. Well, thick and fast we're getting through this quarter-final. It is the fourth and final quarter-final now. Antoni Galoskova for the Czech Republic. Then Elena Lilik of Germany. Can expect her to be quick off the blocks.
yeah, it's always interesting to see the things that people do on the start line. It really shows their character.
Then Jessica Fox, the two-time world champion for Australia in this event. And Elena Marks of Switzerland, don't rule her out. She's made her mark at under 23 level, and one to watch. 4 into 2. Here they are. Galoskova, Lilik, Fox and Marks. Ready. Boom, we're racing. They're released, and it's well, it was a good start for Fox, but she looks like she got a bit hooked up. But it is Elena Lilik in the red and white helmet that has got the early advantage coming into the first upstream. But Fox is out on her own on the other side. Surely she's going to get out in front.
Yeah, she's got a nice easy cruise ahead of her now. Those guys all just packed into the one upstream, and when you got 2 in there, sometimes it's quite easy to fight each other out. But when you get 3, it's just absolute carnage.
So Fox and Lilik out in front, and Fox really has the advantage now. She can probably ease up a little bit, but there's no space for complacency in this, but it's still all to play for. What are the 3 boats at the back going to do for the final places? So Fox, can she get out clean? No, she's hampered a little bit, but she does manage to squeeze out. And will there be a snatch at the bottom? It looks like there is going to be a snatch here, because Fox is out front, but Lilik may well have been outmaneuvered.
Yeah, I think she has been. I think she's made the wrong decision there, trying to take Fox out. But yeah, it's definitely paid off for the other athlete for sure.
Yeah, looks like, well, it's hard to tell actually. We didn't quite get it in shot, but it looks like Elena Marks may have snatched it on the last upstream and left Elena Lilik out in the cold. We do know that Antoni Galoskova picked up a fault, but no doubt about that. Fox used her experience. She saw that there was only one person going for the right-hand gate, and she made up for that.
Yeah, 100% for sure. It's a no-brainer really. If there's an open gate by itself, you're obviously going to be a bit quicker than 3 people trying to mess each other up in the same place. So
here it is. She was 3rd or 4th coming off the drop, but now she exited first from the first upstream gate. She's really tidy in the roll, and the double world champion has definitely put her marker down as she progresses cleanly through into the semi-final. Here it is on the second upstream, so Lilik gets a little bit hampered, and coming through there it is Elena Marks who has snatched it at the end. We'll wait for official qualification and confirmation of that, but it was all down to that second upstream gate that determined the final qualifier.
Yeah, maybe the wrong decision from the German paddler there, but always opens up a spot for somebody else to do something, so it's the way it goes, unfortunately.
And that's one of the big skills, isn't it? It's the tactics. You can have whatever plan you like, but it's how do you react quickly to what's going on and make the right decision.
Exactly.
But there we have it, confirmation. It is Elena Lilik that misses out. Elena Marks has made it on the last upstream gate. Fox comfortably through. Elena Marks joins her in the semi-final. So we now know the 8 qualifiers into this World Cup semi-final. Here's the top of the draw. Kimberly Woods, Ida Novak, Ava Tersel and Mallory Franklin. They will race it out in the first semi-final.
2 doubles there, that looks pretty interesting, eh?
Yes, Slovenia, Great Britain, good spot. And then the bottom half of the draw, it is the second semi-final. Anna Satila, Jessica Fox, Monica Doria Villarubla and Elena Marks. Well, it's a pretty fearsome start, this, that. 8 boats and only 4 places in the final. So whilst they have a chance to rest up a little bit before they compete in those 2 semi-finals, then we'll now start the men's quarter-final. Same rules, same competition. We are down to the last 16, 4 quarter-finals to determine the 8 boats who will race in the semi-finals. So here's the standings after 3 races, and well, worth saying that Joe Clark, Chris Bowers, both eliminated, and Vip Prindish, Stefan Henks eliminated early in the stages in the competition.
Yeah,
so
it was really tight racing yesterday. Tightest I've seen, that's for sure. But yeah, I feel like that's the way the sport's going. Everybody's getting used to it a bit more now, so finding new ways to shred that time down, and some people just didn't make the cut.
Well, Isaac Erström of Sweden, lying second in the standings, is through into the quarter-final, and he has a golden opportunity to bank some World Cup points. But it's not a given, as you say. It's cutthroat, tight racing. So the first of our quarter-finals, and the lineup: Alex Baldoni of Canada, there in the yellow boat with the red helmet. Dimitri Marks of Switzerland, well, he's made a bit of a name for himself in this event. One to watch. Then Wojciech Heger of the Czech Republic.
This guy's good.
And then Benjamin Renier of France, who he's got a very quick paddle stroke. If he can get a good start, then watch him blast away. 4 boats, and again, just 2 places in the semi-final. Baldoni, Marks, Hager and Renier. Boom, we're racing. And it is a good start from Renier on the far side in the yellow boat. So Renier for France. And it looks like Marks has got a good start as well in the purple boat.
Yeah, he's coming in. Oh!
But I think that's a fault on the top, and he knows that as well. He's got to go round again. So it's all changed. Renier squeezed out as well. So that means that we have, I think it's Hager out front.
Yeah.
Hard to see from this camera angle, but I think it's Hager out front. And then it is Renier. And the early leader, Dimitri Marks, is now catching up. Oh.
Hager's got a miss on gate 3.
Ah, so it's all change again. That's the challenge, isn't it? And
oh, Dimitri's coming in with a sneak. Go on.
Ah, this is all change. So Hager out front, he's got a fault, we think. So Renier is going to finish first, and it does look like then the next boat is going to be. Is that going to be Baldoni for Canada?
Baldoni, yeah. He's had an awesome weekend this weekend, qualifying in both C1 and K1 in Slalom, so I'm pretty sure he's only 19 years old, so that's no mean feat.
But it does, well, we're still waiting, because I'm not sure that fault was given to the right person, so we're waiting to see. It looks like Hager, who was out front, is the person who will progress through. Let's see. So Hager in the blue boat, we'll watch. But it was the early advantage to Dimitri Marks of Switzerland in the purple boat, but got squeezed out. Hager snatched it there, great angle there in the blue boat. He gets out, and he never looked back.
Yeah, really pushing against Dimitri there, trying to get him out of the way and mess him up for his plan in the upstream. So again, that's another tactic that's coming in.
So into the roll gate, and it looks like there wasn't a fault for Wojciech Hager. The screen that we were looking at has been corrected, but Alex Baldoni has picked up a fault. So for Canada, and I guess that's where the confusion arose, I think. So Wojciech Hager for the Czech Republic and Benjamin Renier for France look like they are our first two boats to qualify through into this men's extreme kayak semi-final. There we have it, confirmation. Hager gets to survive again. He goes into the next round. Benjamin Renier of France, that will please the French crowd. And we say goodbye to Dimitri Marks and Alex Baldoni at the quarter-final stage of the competition. So straight into the second of our men's extreme quarterfinals. And here we have Isaac Erstrom, one to watch, lying second in the standings, and a real opportunity to get some points ahead of some of the others who've been eliminated already from this competition. Then Super Mario Leitner for Austria. You can expect him to do some big things here. Bronze at the World Championships in 2021. Matisse Saudi of Morocco, who again has been very strong. And here's a name to watch. Pedro Goncalves for Brazil. Pepe. He looks like he means business.
Yeah, Pepe's always got that game face about him, so we'll see how he goes.
Erstrom, Leitner, Saudi and Goncalves. And we go. And it looks like a great start there from Matisse Saudi in the red boat. He is taking the advantage at the moment as they come into the first upstream. Who's going to choose what?
Oh, it's a triple up again. Maybe this guy's going to sneak out in front too.
Looks like Goncalves is the one that's taken the advantage for Brazil.
Awesome fighting in that upstream there. That was great to see.
So Goncalves battles the three of them on the far side. He comes out second, but it's Erstrom who is the highest ranked in the overall standings, who's out front for Sweden. So there's work to be done at the back.
Ooh, real nice clean skip into that roll there. That was super fast.
So Erstrom goes into the upstream first, then Goncalves on the far side. Can the others do anything about it? It looks like it's too late now, and they are unopposed through into the next round.
Yeah, that was some awesome racing there. Real smooth from the guy out in front there, and Pepe just using his head and looking up and making sure he, well, just reacting like we were saying earlier, just being that guy to react first, and it's paying off clearly.
Yeah, he's good with that, isn't he? And Isaac Erstrom, at one stage it looked like the first upstream, all four boats were going to go into that left-hand upstream, but Isaac saw that.
Yeah.
He went over to the right, he had a clean run in, and he was clean. And there we go. No doubt about it, Erstrom and Goncalves through into the semi-final, and Saudi and Leitner eliminated at this stage of the competition. Here we have it. Here's the start. So it's either side. It's the two green boats. Let's watch it. So Goncalves on the far side. He went in fourth place. And somehow, look at that.
Whoa.
Managed to paddle his way round. In the meantime, in the foreground, Erstrom just must have left that upstream with a smile on his face.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. It's those, again, taking it back to those split-second decisions. That is a really good roll there. Coming up straight onto the stroke, heading into the right upstream that he wants to go into. Yeah.
And here we have it. This was on the far side, the final opportunity to challenge. And, well, Leitner and Saudi didn't manage to challenge Goncalves of Brazil. And essentially, they went through pretty much uninterrupted through that round. Well, he looks pretty cool.
Yeah, man, he's happy with that for sure.
He didn't have to work hard, and I guess saving a bit of energy, it can only help as you go into the next round.
There's 3 rounds, it's not easy, and they're all pretty back-to-back.
So straight up to the third of our men's extreme kayak quarterfinals. And first up, Maxime Aubertin of Belgium. And Belgium, they won a gold medal, first gold medal in canoe slalom for a long time in the men's kayak competition.
It was really good to see.
Benjamin Pope for Australia in the blue bib, blue helmet. Then the French favourite, Boris Naveau of France. He was a medalist in the canoe slalom event on Saturday, seems a while ago. And now, can he get 2 medals from this competition? And another French paddler, Theo Devine.
This boy's strong. Really looking forward to seeing what he's going to do now.
So 4 boats, only 2 places in the semi-final. Aubertin, Pope, Naveau and Devine. And who gets off? It is Devine on the far side in the blue boat, who gets a great start, and squeezed out is Aubertin.
Super clean line through that stopper there, choosing to go into the up left. We've got an equal split both sides. Oh, tangled up in that upstream there. He's still out first though, that's the main thing.
He nearly got skanked there, but he didn't. So, he does get a correct side of the downstream gate. So it is Devine, and it's a French 1-2 at the moment. Naveau in second place, but they're coming under threat by Benjamin Pope. He in the blue helmet at the back. So, Devine has missed gate 1. He's being asked to miss gate 1. We'll have to wait and see. He won't know that. He'll be focused on racing. But at the moment, it's a France 1-2. They're splitting up across the upstreams, and is this gonna? It was nearly a snatch by Pope, but he doesn't get round the gate. And no change to the top 2 there. So the big question is whether Devine did negotiate the first upstream gate correctly.
Yeah, I'm really not sure what happened there. That was all a bit carnage towards the end as well.
So there is, there's no doubt about it that Theo Devine finished ahead, and he did negotiate the gate correctly. I thought so. It was quite clear on that. And it is a France 1-2. So we will see another French battle in that semi-final.
Maybe it's because he got caught and his hand came off his paddle, so they were just checking to see if it wasn't.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Illegal.
Easily done, isn't it?
Yeah.
So let's watch. We can actually see it ourselves. So Devine gets a fantastic start in the blue boat, and he looks like he's going to get cleanly away. But Benjamin Pope has other ideas for Australia in that green boat, and that was a battle. But yet he is cleanly out, and in the end, it's the 2 French athletes that come out together. That's the bit. He takes his hand off his paddle. His hand is touching the gate, but I'm not sure. That's for the judges to decide, because he wasn't actually moving the pole at the time.
It wasn't intentional, so I think they probably looked at that and thought, his hand's just come off.
It's a great angle there, and I guess you can see why there was some clarification as to whether he had picked up a fault. But the French will be pleased, because they have both boats progressing into the semi-final here on their home course in Pau. We're live from Pau in the south of France. Myself, Andy Muddock, alongside me, Etienne Chappell, who is a multiple medalist in this extreme kayak event for the Great Britain team. And great to have your insight as we progress through this quarter-final stage of the men's extreme kayak competition. So already we're halfway through the quarter-final. In fact, we're further through than that. It's the 4th quarter-final. And Haije Yu of the People's Republic of China in the blue helmet, the yellow bib. Then one of the favourites surely for this, Giovanni De Gennaro of Italy, who is a powerhouse in the sport. Then it's Tina Kankler of Slovenia. And for Spain, Manuel Ochoa. 4 boats. And well, there'll be some adrenaline firing there. Yu, De Janeiro, Kankler and Ochoa. And we're racing. And it's a good start for Kankler. He gets out in front. But it's there's not a lot. Watch out for De Janeiro, though, hovering behind Kankler in the foreground here. Is he going to snatch it? Oh, no, he doesn't, but it's a bit of a tangle. Kankler gets out for Slovenia. De Janeiro misses out for Italy. But whilst all that was going on, it is Yu for the People's Republic of China who has stolen it up front.
Yeah, he's got a bit of space as well, so hopefully if he can keep that out, nice roll.
So it's Yu out front, and then it is Kankler in second as they go into the roll gate. Then it is Ochoa, and De Janeiro is the one that is right out the back. But Kankler maybe has a fault. We'll have to wait and see. Look at this, what's going on here? It's all happening. Well, Yu is out front. Yeah. So Yu is out front for the People's Republic of China. I think maybe inappropriate behaviour on the top there for one of the athletes, Kankler, but we'll have to wait and see. The judges will be reviewing the video footage and determining it, but no doubt about it, the People's Republic of China there. Oh.
Yeah, that's awesome to see. And even the Italian boy, Giovanni, he came into the first upstream, being maybe in second, and came out of it last, and look at that now. He's managed to catch back up. That's the beauty of this sport. You just got to keep going and never give up.
Yeah, let's watch this, because, yeah, Giovanni, as you say, he was kind of out of it on a couple of occasions, but he didn't give up. And the carnage at the bottom, he saw his opportunity, and he came through in the end. So here's what went on at the top. And no faults have been given from what I can see. But that's where Yu of the People's Republic got right out in front.
Pushing him straight into the upstream there, taking control of that pole and getting out nice and tight. That was awesome from Yu there.
So this is where the battle early on, and De Janeiro in the shot now was left right back behind, but he seems to have managed to come back. So here is Haija Yu of China now coming through. Now this is the bottom section. This is where it all changed. And watch in the background there, Giovanni De Janeiro. He manages to sneak in, and he does. He comes out. He goes from 4th to 2nd in one move and goes from 0 to hero.
Indeed, 100%. That was awesome. And it's nice to manipulate those poles sometimes. The way they move can be quite hard and awkward. Very easy to get tangled up, but he's dealt with that really well.
And look at that. They know it. They're through to the semi-final. Haija Yu for the People's Republic of China goes again later on in this competition. So let's just confirm the top half of the draw. And our semi-finalists, Wojciech Heger, Isaac Erstrom, Pedro Goncalves and Benjamin Renier. So 3 French in the 8 boats. And then the second half of the draw, Theo Devine, Haija Yu, Giovanni De Janeiro and Brice Neveu. Well, it's a really high-quality field, and there'll be plenty of competition to make it through into the 4-boat final. So they get a bit of a rest as we now look at the women's extreme kayak semi-finals. Here's the lineup: 8 boats, and the 2 semi-finals will determine who races for medals here in Pau in the final. So it's Great Britain against Slovenia here, because it's Kimberly Woods, that's actually Mallory Franklin of Great Britain on the screen. Then it is Ava Tersel of Slovenia. Then Ada Novak, again for Slovenia. And last but not least, World Championship silver medalist Kimberly Woods of Great Britain, world rank number 2. So 4 boats racing, only 2 places in the final. And it is Franklin, Tersel, Novak and Woods. Boom, we're away. Who gets the start? It's Ida Novak gets a great start for Slovenia. And it is Slovenia 1-2 at the moment, but Kim has other ideas.
That was awesome pushing her out there. Just like I said earlier, any opportunity that you can get to disadvantage somebody else. Oh no.
So Woods has not negotiated it correctly at the moment. It's the far side. It is between Franklin and Novak now. And it looks like Novak is staying ahead, Franklin in second, Tersel in third, but it looks like Woods, she was so close to stealing it, but didn't negotiate the upstream correctly. So it's Slovenia 1, Great Britain 2, Slovenia 3, but it could still all change. Novak, a nice clean roll. You have to do a 360-degree roll.
Choosing to take opposite upstreams there. I think that's really smart there from Mallory.
So Mallory uninterrupted, but it's still no change in the order. I'm surprised at Ava Tersel's decision there. And Mallory Franklin, did she just miss that?
I think she did, yeah.
And she did. So she snatches defeat from the jaws of victory there. And well, you can see the surprise on her face, and that's what happens. It's all going so quickly. You get offline, and there's no way back. So Slovenia come out and on top here. Both Slovenian boats into the final, and it is the Great Britain boats who are eliminated in the semi-final. We'll have to wait for confirmation, but that's what we saw.
Yeah, looked that way for sure. It's really tough to see, you know. I think she was just hoping that she could sneak in between the pole and the other Slovenian paddler, but yeah, those boats aren't easy to move when you're side by side.
I have to say that's 2 out of 2 that Ida Novak has really dominated, and that's the point where in the foreground Kimberly Woods, she snatched it but she didn't negotiate the gate properly. She's desperately trying to get back into the race, but it was really the semi-final for her ended there.
It was really good from Slovenian there holding that pole. You can just see that she's guarding it, and I think it's another tactic that's coming in, you know, keeping that ball away from somebody else so that you can get around it and get out first.
Well, the Slovenians really showing that they're a force. They almost were going to get in the way of each other in there, but it was Mallory Franklin who gifted. Now here it is. She just doesn't set up enough, and she missed. She knows she's not done enough. She knows the setup's not there.
You can see the smile coming straight away. Yeah.
It's like the realization that all that hard work comes to nothing, and their confirmation. So well done, Ida Novak, Ava Tersel. You're into the Extreme Kayak final. Kimberly Woods, Mallory Franklin. It's goodbye at the semi-final stage. So who's going to be our next 2 finalists? First up in the lineup, Elena Marks of Switzerland. Switzerland have had a great competition here in Pau. Then the double world champion, Jessica Fox of Australia. Then, looking very serious, Monica Doria Villarubla of Andorra. What a lineup we have here, because then Ana Shatila of Brazil. World rank number 3. She's a world champion in this event. So 2 world champions at senior level in this event. Marks, Fox, Doria Villarubla and Shatila. And we're away. Well, what a start there from Monica Doria Villarubla in the black helmet. She gets the early advantage for Andorra. Jessica Fox on the charge, though, coming into this near upstream gate.
Same thing again, going out by herself and just getting away first. That seems to be the way for sure.
So Fox gets out. Then next coming down the course, it is Ana Shatila for Brazil. Then it is Monica Doria Villarubla and Elena Marks. Actually, looks like she's fouled at the top. We'll have to wait and see, but it looks like the Swiss paddler is out. So we'll wait and see, but it's Fox Satila Villarubla at the moment in that order. Oh, but Anna Satila, she rolls again. So has this given the opportunity? There's no doubt Fox is out front, and Satila manages to get back. So can she keep that momentum that Villarubla's got behind her? Oh, and she snatched it at the end. Wow, it's sensational stuff like that. And Satila gets, well, she gets skanked at the bottom, and it is Monica Doria Villarubla of Andorra who steals it at the bottom. Sensational.
That was awesome to see. That was pure slalom paddling right there. The skills transfer over so well. Just dropping that edge, rolling it across the curl and keeping that speed going.
So Jessica Fox for Australia through to the final. And Anna Satila, she did all that hard work, having had that roll. She made it back out there, but then she got held by the stopper. And Monica Doria Villarubla just took full advantage and snatched it on the line.
Yeah, that was awesome to see, honestly. I hope that's, well, I wish that stuff happened more often. I feel like some courses we can get a bit more technical with the course design and make things like that a possibility.
Yeah, there we saw in the background Elena Marks just getting the wrong side of the gate, picking up a fault on the downstream gate 3. But look at that, Jessica Fox, and her eyes open. She's straight away looking after that roll, looking for the opportunity, seeing where she comes up. And here we see Anna Satila. She has that unplanned roll. She comes back into contention. But Monica Doria Villarubla, she smells the blood and she goes for it on the bottom.
For sure, 100%. That was a crazy move.
So we know our women's finalists now here. We're live at Pau in the French Pyrenees. And we know the 4 paddlers who will be racing it out in the women's kayak final. 35 degrees here and very hot indeed. The spectators very much understandably looking for every bit of shade to enjoy this spectacle. We've had a fantastic weekend of racing here in Pau, and of course we'll be racing in the World Cup final next weekend in La Seu, just over the Pyrenees in northern Spain. And here it is, the results from the semi-final and the lineup for the final. Jessica Fox, Ida Novak, Eva Tersel and Anna Satila will be the 4 boats racing it out in the Extreme Kayak final. So whilst they have a breather, we go into the men's kayak semi-final. 8 boats, and we're going to have to say goodbye to 4 of them. And in that, 3 French boats in the 8, so they'll be pretty confident of some representation in the final. So first up, Wojciech Heger. Then it is Benjamin Renier of France. And it is Pepe Goncalves of Brazil. Multiple medalists in this event, and definitely one to watch. Oh, and then, in fact, that is Wojciech Heger for the Czech Republic. So, apologies, the caption's not quite right, but we're looking at the moment at Wojciech Heger for the Czech Republic. So Renier, Goncalves, Heger, and then Öhrström on the far side. That is the correct lineup. Only 2 places in the final. Boom! We're racing! Who gets the best start? Well, we'll have to wait and see. It looks like Öhrström on the far side. Yes, it is, for Sweden. Gets out first. And then there's a big battle going on. Hager is in second in the blue boat. But Goncalves looks like he's on the charge nearby. But Renier's going to steal it. Wow.
Hager just nailed that other upstream on the far side as well. Awesome tight. Came in, used the other guy to hold him on that inside pole. Textbook. Awesome to see.
So now coming through gate 3, it is still Hager out front. Renier, having snatched it at the top, now needs to hold on. And it's Goncalves in third, and Erstrom, having led into the first upstream, he is out of the back, but it's not over yet.
Oh, it's getting packed up into this last upstream.
Well, Erstrom has the chance on the far side. Who's going to steal? Pepe's out front, then it's Hager, and well, the person that misses out at the moment is Renier of France. Well, Goncalves is out front. Then it is Wojciech Hager. And wow, all changed throughout that competition. And Renier in the yellow boat, he did all the hard work, but at the end, he misses out.
Yeah, when you get 3 people stacked up, sandwiched, it's better to be on one of the outsides of that. You know, if you're in the middle, you just can't get a stroke in, and you kind of just, it's kind of game over.
There he is, and there's qualification confirmation. Pedro Goncalves from Brazil is through to the final alongside Wojciech Hager of the Czech Republic. And I thought Isaac Erstrom was going to steal it on the far side on the last up, but in the end, Pedro Goncalves was just too good.
It's looking to be that river right upstream at the bottom is definitely the one to go for, that's for sure.
Well, let's watch here, this upstream. This is where Renier was so good. He snatched it early on, and Goncalves was left out in the cold, but he wasn't going to let up. He saw his opportunity further down.
It's so hard because you're coming into an upstream and you know there's a guy on your tail, so you've got to go in deep so that he doesn't use you to stay tight. But if you're going in deep, you're doing a wider line, and sometimes that just leaves the gap for someone to sneak around in the middle.
And there we see it. That's where Goncalves, he was very late in the game, but he used the opportunity, and Erstrom must have thought he had a chance, but not when you get up against the skills there shown by Pepe.
That's awesome, moving the gate there.
Yeah, watch that back again, I reckon.
Yeah, for sure.
So we know 2 of our finalists, and that's Pedro Goncalves for Brazil. He is pleased. He had a bit of a nightmare World Championships, having COVID just before, and nothing went to plan there. But he's right back in action, and Wojciech Hager for the Czech Republic will join him. So, the second of our men's extreme kayak semi-finals, and it is Haiji Yu of the People's Republic of China in the blue helmet. Then Giovanni De Gennaro for Italy. The comeback kid from the last round. Can he do it again? And then Boris Neveu, who again is, I think he's won 2 medals at World Championship level in this event for France. And then last up, Theo Devine of France. 4 boats and only 2 places in the final. Here's the lineup. Yu, De Gennaro, Neveu, Devine. Boom! And De Gennaro was a little bit early on the kick. You don't get penalised for that, but you can see he didn't have the momentum, and he gets squeezed out at the start. But the winner is Boris Neveu from the start at the moment on the far side. And he's in the green boat.
Awesome inside take there.
Ah, so it's France, 1-2.
no.
And after all the hard work, Devine, he does the hard bit, but then he falls in. But it's not all over. Neveu out front, Yu in second place. Then it's De Gennaro, and out the back at the moment, Devine, as they come into the roll gate section.
Yeah, they're all pretty tight on each other still, so it could be anyone's game in this last upstream.
So Boris Neveu comfortably through the roll, but is there a steal here? De Gennaro has gone into second place. Now what's going to go on here? And is Devine going to steal it? No, he's not. And it does look like we have Boris Neveu comfortably through for France. Then De Gennaro comes back again. And, well, the person losing out is Haiji Yu of China. And Theo Devine. Well, let's see what happens here. Well, just wait for confirmation. It was really close at the bottom.
Yeah, anyone's game in those last 2 upstreams. Anyone's game.
No doubt about, though, Boris Neveu, he saw the opportunity at the start and in that first upstream, never looked back.
Showing his strength, showing his knowledge, you know, just getting out, getting ahead. Just becomes an easy game once you got through water, you know.
So there he is on the left of our screen here. He gets out whilst there's a bit of a battle going on. And that's where Theo Devine really nearly, here it is, nearly put himself right back in the contention. He squeezed out Yu of China, but then he had his hand off his paddle and just fell in.
Yeah, it's really deceiving. You watch those poles moving, and they do move a lot, but they're very rigid, and it's so easy to get a wrong touch, wrong tap, and just let go of your paddle just because you lose grip.
It's worth saying, isn't it? Whilst they are inflated, they're really inflated hard, and they've got water in them, so they're pretty solid, aren't they?
Yeah, very deceiving. Sometimes you come into them and they just don't move as much as you want them to. So, yeah.
They're more like a gym punch bag, aren't they? Than I guess just an inflatable buoy. So through Maurice Neveu and Giovanni De Gennaro, it looks like they are our qualifiers. Let's just see. Yes, confirmation. So this is the lineup. The men's extreme kayak final will have Pedro Goncalves, Maurice Neveu, Wojciech Hager and Giovanni De Gennaro in that lineup. They will race it out for medals after the women's extreme kayak final. Well, that's going to be a battle, isn't it?
Yeah, that was an absolutely stacked final, and this is looking pretty stacked too. Really strong athletes in this final here, and can't wait to see who comes out on top.
So this lineup of the women's extreme kayak final. The culmination of competition here in Pau, and of course we'll be in La Seo next weekend, in front of, or live at Planet Canoe. We'll be in action over the course of the weekend. 35 degrees in well, out of the water. I have to say that's the best place to be, isn't it? There's almost an incentive to get through in the rounds because you get another opportunity to get wet.
And the water's nice and cool here. It's definitely a big bonus, 100%.
So this great whitewater stadium, built about 10 years ago. And well, Pau has got a great history of the sport of canoe slalom, and this has really cemented that history. It hosted the World Championships in 2017, and that was where Extreme made its full debut in the programme. I do remember that day. It was a rather wet and miserable day actually, but it wasn't in terms of the actual start of the competition, but yeah, the weather certainly wasn't kind.
Yeah, it's not great when you got a shocking day of weather. It doesn't make you want to get out of bed.
So this is the women's extreme kayak final, and we saw there Ana Satila of Brazil, but here is Eva Tersel of Slovenia. This is where it matters. Someone is going to miss out on a medal, but everybody is going for gold. Ida Novak of Slovenia just getting her spray deck on, make sure that's done up right. Two Slovenians, a Brazilian and an Australian, and here is the Australian, Jessica Fox, two-time world champion in this event. And well, who's the favourite?
Oh, I don't know. They've all shown absolute skill coming through these rounds, so I don't think I really have one. It's going to be a fight.
Here we're away, and it's a great start again for Novak of Slovenia, but it's Fox who actually gets away. She manages to get her stroke in. You can see she's paddling on the far side in the blue boat. But it is Novak and it's Slovenia go in first into both upstream gates. Will we get the steal?
Oh.
Well, there's a steal on the far side. Fox is out first, but Satila has got stuck.
Yeah, I don't think Satila coordinated that gate right at all. So.
Well, Fox got the steal on the far side, and it's Fox, then Tersel, then Novak as we come down at the halfway point in this women's extreme kayak final. So is the double world champion going to win here? Well, Anna Setila's out of it. She's missed the gate on gate 1. And it is all down to, can anyone stop Jessica Fox? Well, it looks like no.
That was an awesome sweep there from Jess. She tried to take that really tight line. Not really much need to do it, but it's cool to see her practicing the skills even when she's racing.
Well, it's going to be gold for Jessica Fox of Australia here in Pau. And it looks like a silver medal for Eva Tersel of Slovenia. And Ida Novak of Slovenia takes the bronze medal. That's provisional results, but the double world champion adds another victory and 60 points in the World Cup standings going into the World Cup final next weekend. Jessica Fox making a bit of a name for herself in this event, isn't she?
Yeah, crazy racing there. Like I said, her chucking in that sweep at the bottom there, that you don't see many people trying to do that, so it's wicked to see the new skills coming in. Could be the reason she got a win for the race, you know, the other two were in the far side upstream, and you know, taking that tight line really could have paid off.
Well, there we have it, confirmation. The World Cup champion of Pau, the 4th race of the World Cup Series. And it's Australia's Jessica Fox. Let's watch it back because she didn't have it her own way at the top of the course. She gets a good start, but watch this. This is where she stole it. On the left there, she comes out first. She then gets past Eva Tersel, and she's never really had any challenge after that.
No, there seems to be a lot more speed coming out of that up left. You know, people are coming out of it and carrying a lot more speed down that eddy line, so maybe I was wrong when I was thinking the upright was faster.
And we saw there Anna Setsila having all sorts of problems, and then she had a hand off her paddle and inadvertently, I think, put it on the upstream gates, and that in itself is a fault. But I think she was already. Oh boy, I hadn't noticed that.
I think she got close there, maybe.
Wow,
But
that
lucky
was
she held it off.
Jessica Fox. It's probably a natural reaction because the rules have only changed relatively recently. But she did superbly well to just fight that reflex.
Congratulations, Jessica. Third medal of the weekend for you, 2nd gold. Now in the final of the extreme, it looked easy, but was it?
Oh, it was hard work, and it was. I'm so happy that's the last run of the weekend. I gave it everything, and I'm so pleased to have made the final, and then to win is awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, that's sensational, and yes, her 2nd gold medal of the weekend. She won the women's kayak canoe slalom. She won a bronze in the canoe event, and now a gold here in extreme kayak. 3 medals from Pau. She'll go over the Pyrenees with a bit of a spring in her step.
Yeah, for sure. Jess is one of those athletes that just has a born natural talent. She's just crazy good at the sport, and it shows week in, week out, every day, every year.
So we'll just catch some of the highlights here of this women's extreme kayak final. And, well, we've had some great competition, and it's brutal, but it's just exciting to watch. It's never over till it's over.
Exactly, until you've all crossed the line, it's never over.
And then we see, like, Manry Franklin, who was comfortably qualifying through into the final. She just probably lost her concentration for a moment, got the wrong line, and she just had no opportunity. And there's another shot of that move from Jessica Fox.
Yeah, that one makes the heart skip a beat for sure.
So we're into the World Cup final next weekend, and well, we'll find out. Here it is, the standings after 4 races. Teresa Fisarova still holds the lead. Noemi Fox is in 2nd place for Australia. Kimberly Woods in 3rd, but Jessica Fox has moved up the order, and of course, double points next weekend.
All still to play for, that's for sure.
So straight into the men's extreme kayak final. There we see our 4 athletes who will race it out for the gold medal here in Pau. It's a hot, sunny day here in Pau, 35 degrees, and this the final bit of action in this great World Cup 4 competition. First up, Giovanni De Gennaro for Italy. Real powerhouse of the sport. Then it's Wojciech Heger of the Czech Republic. Then Boris Neveu for France. And you can hear the crowd. They've stayed here. They want to see and hear the French national anthem. But here's someone who might stop that party, Pedro Goncalves of Brazil. So 4 boats racing in this men's extreme final as we go for gold here in Pau.
Ready!
Boom, we're away. Who gets off first? Well, it's Goncalves and Neveu on the far side in the green boats who get the early advantage. And Goncalves for Brazil is out front.
Yeah, he's coming into that upstream first and just
There's a steal on the far side. Neveu is right on fire. And
yeah, this Czech boy hasn't had that.
Look at that. Boys, Neveu, cool as a cucumber. He says, thank you, I'll take that.
Yeah, again, this just getting that pressure on that outside boat, just holding them on the inside pole is just so hard to fight against.
So into the roll section, Neveu out front. Goncalves is second at the moment. Then it's Giovanni De Gennaro for Italy, but there's a battle going on. Is that going to give the advantage to Giovanni De Gennaro? Well, the French crowd are cheering, and the person missing out, that is Goncalves of Brazil. Boris Neveu is out front. Giovanni De Gennaro comes from nowhere.
There might be a steal. Yeah, Wojciech. I think he's gone ahead of Pepe.
He has. You're right. Good spot there. And in the background, Pepe goes from second, and he's just out of the medals in a matter of a few strokes.
Like you said, it's never over till it's over.
Well, we're waiting for confirmation of that, but there's no doubt about it. It's gold for France. Boris Neveu, he won a bronze in the canoe slalom event yesterday, and he has taken gold. We'll hear the Marseillaise singing out loudly here in this whitewater stadium in Pau. And Giovanni De Gennaro, I think, took the silver medal. He was always poised, ready to pounce, and Pepe gave him the opportunity.
Again, wasn't in the running from the start, but never gave up, pushed all the way down and managed to make it up into that top 2.
So let's watch it. So Pepe Goncalves on the top for Brazil. He was out in front, but Neveu stole it on the top and never really looked back. And look at that, Wojciech Heger was out of it. We get to see it here in the blue boat. So he
couldn't quite get his shoulder under it to wrap that pole around him. Quite unfortunate, but...
And he had to come back, and he managed to claw his way back, and provisionally, I have to say, I think there has been a fault awarded on there. We'll have to wait and see, but Neveu out front on the roll. Then you see Goncalves, and behind him, De Gennaro. Now let's watch. There's a battle going on in the foreground, and whilst that battle's going on, Giovanni just says, "Whoa, I'll take that."
Neveu was lucky that pole didn't sneak around the outside of his head there. But tremendous racing from all 4 paddlers there. That was wicked to watch.
Yeah, super exciting. And another medal for France there. He is justifiably glad. Gold for France. And Boris Neveu reinforces his status as one of the best in the world. Boris Neveu there, confirmation. And then Giovanni De Gennaro, silver for Italy. And Pedro Goncalves does get the bronze medal for Brazil.
Yeah, unlucky for Wojciech there. It's a different scene.
Congratulations, Boris, your 2nd medal of the weekend here. Did you enjoy the final?
Yeah. I'm very happy of this course because my season was not good in Slalom Extreme. And just now it's a gold medal at home, so I'm very happy.
In which part of the course you think you won this final?
I think in the start there is a lot of things that you have to be first, to go fast, and to find your place between the other. And I think it's the most important part of the course.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, sensational start and a popular victory in front of a French crowd here in the sunshine. Maurice Neveu takes gold for France, and here are the standings after 4 races. Isaac Erstrom moves up the order ahead of Joseph Clark. Pedro Goncalves again is putting himself in the picture as we go into the double points race next weekend in the World Cup final just across the Pyrenees in La Seu. And that will be really, well, all to play for, really. No determination yet. So here is the culmination of the racing. So that concludes the racing here in Pau. Well done to all our medalists. Thank you, Pau, for your hospitality. From myself, Andy Maddock, it's goodbye, and we'll see you over the Pyrenees for the World Cup final next weekend in Seu, which you can follow live at Planet Canoe from 9 o'clock Central European Time on Saturday. Goodbye for now.
Également notre fournisseur, bon là je vous dirai pas quoi, mais il est toujours présent et c'est génial. Et puis je voudrais vraiment faire un big up à Edern qui a été...